Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to start this video off by making one statement. 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3, an Uber passenger was murdered by a person driving on the Uber platform. Now let's watch this video.
Or for metered taxis. And the issue is only expected to get worse with the Phillies in the playoffs. Investigative reporter Chad Padelli went undercover to find out just how prevalent the problem is.
We found these imposter rideshare drivers are approaching people at high-volume locations like the sports complex, the airport, and music venues. We took our findings to the Philadelphia Parking Authority, then joined them on an undercover operation. Within just a few minutes of sitting at the rideshare taxi pickup at Philadelphia International Airport, we're approached.
I got Square, you can pay me cash, Venmo, Zelle.
Time and time again,
I can take it the same price.
drivers solicited us and others.
Yes, I've seen this more than once. I saw it once at the Man Center, and then I saw it at the airport.
Abby Holmes is among those who've been approached for illegal rides.
It's terrifying because there's...
Okay, she said it's terrifying. There's no way to know who it is. They're not being tracked at all. You don't have to get in the car. Just don't get in the car. It's just as simple as that. But the person that they do track, he murdered a woman 2 weeks ago. Tried to rape her in the back seat. When she refused, he shot her in the head. And then he tried to have sex with her corpse. Then he dumped her body on the side of the road. He was on the Uber platform. So this imposter rideshare that is a part of the system. That is a part of the system's the system's propaganda, trying to convince you that you have to be quote unquote official in order to give somebody a ride in exchange for money. It makes no sense. Now, they did the same thing with, of course, prostitutes. And they said, well, a prostitute can't have, an adult can't have sex with another adult in exchange for money. They said that was illegal. Now they're saying that an adult can't give another adult a ride for an exchange of money. Now that's illegal. It makes no sense. There's always going to be dangers in life. The chances of one of those guys that not on the platform doing anything to you is that they are lower or the same as somebody on the Uber platform that got mental problems that's going to do something to you. It's probably not going to happen. Out of the millions of rides that Uber do per day, you may have one incident that happened a week. That's crazy. All the rest of the rides go perfect. So to try to make rideshare outside of the platform illegal, it's just another evil American scheme. Let's continue.
And if something were to happen, there's nothing you can do to report it. This is just you're getting in a random person's van.
We picked up 2 undercover PPA inspectors.
We joined the PPA for an undercover operation at the sports complex in South Philadelphia last week. In just a couple of hours, inspectors busted more than a half dozen drivers. While our team was with them, we were approached as well.
Do I need a what? An Uber ride? How much?
How often do you give people rides without using the Uber platform?
This is not a first ride.
This is your first time?
Yeah.
In reality, I do application only.
But you didn't do it this time, huh?
It's the first time.
First time?
It's the first time.
Everyone keeps telling us it's the first time.
I swear to God.
The drivers cited by the parking authority had their vehicles towed and must pay $1,000 to retrieve them. The PPA says it does these operations several times a month.
Bottom line is, do you want your daughter in a vehicle with someone that she doesn't know? and that hasn't been vetted, maybe isn't properly insured.
Let me see your registration and insurance.
I mean, you get in a car, somebody tells you $50, you swipe the card, and then you get home or the next day and the charge is over $200, and there's no way to track that down. Rich Laser runs the PPA. He calls the issue an uphill battle.
You can't work off the app. So that's
He says some of these drivers work legitimately on platforms.
See? He's talking about you can't work off the app. Since when? Since when? It makes no sense, guys. I just want to show you how you're being manipulated into only working on the app because they know that Uber has bribed these corrupt officials. Let's continue.
This is the first ride.
This is your first time?
Yeah.
In reality, I do.
Daughter in a vehicle with someone that she doesn't know, and that hasn't been vetted, maybe isn't properly insured.
Let me see your registration and insurance.
I mean, you get in a car, somebody tells you $50, you swipe the card, and then you get home or the next day and the charge is over $200, and there's no way to track that down. Rich Laser runs the PPA. He calls the issue an uphill battle.
You can't work off the app. So that's
He says some of these drivers work legitimately on platforms like Uber and Lyft and do some rides off platform to make more money. But he warns many do not and just work illegally.
It's scary because, I mean, you're not agreeing to any Uber terms or Lyft terms. It's whatever the terms they decide while you're in the car with them.
Ironically, we watched as the drivers in the undercover operation, you don't need anything, walked away needing a ride.
Go on the platform, do your job the right way, and you don't have a problem.
So far this year, the Philadelphia Parking Authority says it's issued 45 citations and towed away 44 of those vehicles. I'm Action News investigative reporter Chad Pradelli, Channel 6 Action News.
See? So you see the scam, the Uber scam? That's the point I'm trying to make when you're dealing with Uber and Lyft. That's why you shouldn't be driving for these apps. Because they hire these public officials, they bribe them into enforcing laws that don't exist. There is not a law that has said you can't give a person a ride for money. It's crazy. Now, if you do need some type of registration, get your registration. If you need commercial insurance, get your commercial insurance. Whatever you need to do it legally, you need to go ahead and do it if that's what you want to do. But you do not have to do it on the app. See, there is no law saying that you have to be on the app. And to fine these guys $1,000, which is probably a week or 2 weeks worth of pay, it's crazy. It's ludicrous. That in and of itself is a scam. That a lawsuit need to be filed in that in of itself. To confiscate somebody's car for offering to get somebody a ride for $50, that's an overreach. That's an overreach. That's like you offering to let somebody stay in your house for $50 without being on Airbnb, and then they confiscate your house. It's the same thing. But people offer their homes for rent every day. Offer, their homes or their rooms for rent every day. So what's the difference between offering your car for rent every day? You don't have to be on an app. You don't have to be in an organization. You don't have to pay any fee to offer a room in your house for rent, or your whole house for rent. So why can't you rent your car? It makes no sense, guys. It makes no sense. Think about it. It makes no sense. You cannot rent your car to an individual for 10 minutes to drive them down the street. But you can rent your house. You can rent a room in your house. You can have 5 rooms in your house. You can rent out all 5 rooms to 5 different people without being on an app. But you can't do that with your car? Lord, I'm telling you. All right, guys. That's it for that video, guys. Remember, guys, keep your life clean, keep your car clean, keep your body clean, keep your mind clean, keep your diet clean, guys. Drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxins, the chemicals, and the poisons in the food supply. Guys, remember to download and deploy your antivirus software. debugging unplugged from the matrix. Guys, you are in the matrix, and this is a part of the matrix right here. You got to become aware of how the system is manipulating you and can create these barriers for you to survive in this violently capitalist society. And when I say violent, I'm not talking about physical violence. I'm talking about psychological violence. This micro violence, where you got to jump over this hurdle, crawl under that bridge, cross this frozen pond, go around this, walk around this mountain, or climb over this mountain. You know, traverse through this river. They got all these barriers in place to make your life difficult. Okay, guys, that's the end of that video. That's the end of that video, guys. I'm Contraband 777, and I'm signing off. Now go and conquer yourself. Peace.